Hey, this is Heidi Dawson. If you love all things health and wellness and style of any kind, hang out here with me each week. I'm obsessed with never-ending improvement, and it's all in an effort to help each one of us live a wildly successful lifestyle. Subscribe today so you don't miss a thing. Hi, guys. Welcome to episode 245 of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. I had a coworker tell me one time when I was younger, he said, when you figure out your own power, you're going to be dangerous. That's been 20 years ago, and I never forgot that because I was like, what power is he talking about? Now I get it. Are you comfortable knowing that you're powerful? Do you think you're powerful? I used to always tell my baby sister Molly to make sure she could take care of herself before she lets anyone else take care of her. I say that because when you have your own back, when you're strong and believe you can succeed on your own merit, you're unstoppable to the force inside you. And there is a force inside you. Maybe it's dormant. Maybe it needs to be nurtured. We come into this world with our own agenda. Like it or not, we all have an agenda. Now, our lives don't necessarily follow that agenda. Maybe it's temporarily suffocated by controlling parents or temporarily neatly tucked away because we followed the path that everyone else seemed to be on, so it must be the best one for us, right? Only you know. Only you know if the college, marriage, kid track is right for you. And if you're listening and you're on that track and you're not sure if you're happy about it, keep listening. You're exactly where you're supposed to be for your journey. Know that. And maybe you haven't taken that track yet, but your mom thinks you should, so you're considering it. Keep listening. You're also exactly where you're supposed to be for your journey. And maybe you took that track, and now the kids are grown, and they have their own life. And what are you supposed to be doing now? Keep listening. When I was young and in middle school and then high school, I remember there were cliques of girls. I'm sure you had the same experience. Cliques of boys or girls. Sometimes they were nice and sometimes they weren't. And there's usually a ringleader, the one that the others sort of follow along with. And at that young age, it's easy to look at them and think, wow, that girl has a lot of confidence and they're in a group, a pack sort of. I remember thinking it would be nice to be in that group until I realized what they were about. And then I thought, no, I don't want to be in that group because they're not kind. I'm not willing to be unkind just to fit into a group. It's not worth it to me. You know why? Because if I have to be unkind to someone to fit into their group, I may fit in with that group, but I'll no longer fit in with me. And I'm not willing to make that trade. I'd rather stand alone knowing I'm true to who I am than stand with a group just because there's safety in numbers. And don't get me wrong. There are things in my past I am not proud of. We all have that. But use those as fertilizer to grow from, not as a way to beat yourself up. Let go of that. You're not proud of it. That's enough. But deep down, you know who you are. I heard Brene Brown say this a while back. I know who I am. I know my worthiness. I'm not negotiating that with anyone. Those are powerful words to live by. The best is yet to come. What you've already added to this world is just a drop in the bucket compared to what you will add if you let yourself be who you are. So you're young, married, raising kids. Maybe you have moments of missing the carefree life you had. Well, why can't you have that now? I read a new mom was saying the best advice she was given when her new baby was born was to not build their life around the baby, but build the baby into their life. Travel and adventure can be good for kids. You can travel and have kids. You can be spontaneous and have kids. I have a friend who has two twin daughters and a son, and she will drop of the hat, pack them all up and be on a standby flight to Hawaii to meet her husband there because that's where his work took him for a couple weeks. She's not afraid. She just did it. That's what she did before she had kids, and that's what she's doing now. What are you wanting to do that you're not doing because someone told you, oh, that's going to stop when you have kids? It doesn't have to. Be an example of what's possible. It doesn't have to be this big event, this big trip. What if you just hit new places you've never been in your own city? Eric and I live 25 minutes from downtown Memphis, and there's a historic hotel called the Peabody. Now, we've lived here for a very long time. We had never stayed the night there, and we were going to dinner and a concert downtown, so we thought, hey, let's stay downtown for a fun new experience. We stayed at the Peabody Hotel. It's awesome. We could have been in any city in America because it felt different. It felt new. We loved it. What's something new you could do in your city? And maybe you are still young and people are pressuring you to get a college degree or get married or have kids. Follow the path that's well-worn. Well, you have to follow your own heart. People are well-meaning, but you're the only one that truly knows what's best for you. What do you want? What are the topics and things you can't get enough of? Those are the clues to your path of least resistance. No one is going to live the life for you. Even if they tell you every step to make, you're still the one that's going to live it. Give it time. Follow your heart. And maybe if you've raised a family and now you're wondering what in the world is next, what do you want to do? Travel the world? Why not? Well, you might be thinking that's easy for you. I don't have much money to do that. Well, I was in Rome, Italy, and there was an American tour guide. She understood Italian to a degree, and so she was taking Americans on tours in Italy because they needed English-speaking people that loved Italian history. The cruise line would pay them, and she got to travel all over Italy, talking about the history and meeting new people. She had been retired for a few years and wanted to travel, but that can be expensive. So she found this opportunity and never looked back. Be open to new opportunities. You never know how they'll show up. What have you always wanted to do but didn't? Why not now? The best is yet to come. The world is changing at lightning speed. New opportunities are opening up every single day. I don't know your life and I don't know your dreams, but I know you're listening to this podcast, and that tells me that deep down, you want more. Deep down, you know there's something more you're meant for. You know the best is yet to come because it is. Just that one thought alone could change your life. Because instead of slugging through each day, you'll be eager for what's going to happen next. What fun thing is next? You're the only one that can make that happen. Just like everything in this world, you create your own reality. Your perception of your life is your reality. You're not too old. You're not too young. It's not too late, and there will never be a perfect time. Remember that. I love you guys. Talk to you in a few days. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends because we're just going to keep going bigger and better places together, and I love that about us. Talk to you in a few days.